Alrighty, so item number 1, I included a Bath & Body Works lotion. This is the Pure Paradise Shea and Vitamin E Body Lotion, and let me go ahead and show you guys my lines. Alrighty, so if you guys can see this marker line right here, this is where I originally started, and then right down here is what happened between the halfway mark, and I only had this teeny tiny amount to finish. And as you guys can see, this container is completely empty, and I'm moving around a lot in my chair, so if you guys hear the squeaking, I'm so sorry. Anyway, I finished another lotion. I do have a Bath & Body Works haul coming out very soon, or maybe I already uploaded it. If I did, I will have it listed in the iCard. If not, it should be the next video coming up, hopefully, fingers crossed. But I finished this one. I'm so excited because I have so much Bath & Body Works that I need to start going through, you know, my older items, and this one was one of the oldest in my collection. So this one I completely used up, and I reached my goal for this project. And if I forgot to say, this project lasted from January 1st until March 31st. So one item that I wasn't able to finish, this is the Santee 2-in-1 concealer and foundation. I use this actually as eyelid primer. This has like a very peachy undertone to it, and it was really good if people had dark under eyes. Like, I would use this for them. I did a couple people's makeup, and I used this to brighten up the under eye. It would cancel out the darkness, and then I'd put like the concealer over it. But I personally use this as eyelid primer, and it worked really well. And there's still some product in here. It's kind of hard for me to tell how much I have in here because it's like a squeezy tube, but when I start from the bottom and I start squeezing it to the top, I still have product coming out. So I actually think I'm going to drag this into my next project pan. So unfortunately, I wasn't able to reach my goal to use this up completely, but hopefully in the next project I will be able to reach that goal and use this because this is getting a little older. I was able to finish my roll-on perfume. This is from Refuge. Alrighty, so if you guys are able to see, I have a black line right here. This is where I was during the halfway mark. This one was actually brand new when I first got it, and I didn't even use half of this product during my halfway mark update, but as you guys can see, this sucker is completely empty. I would roll this on to my wrist, on the back of my ears, and then I only had about that much product that I had to finish, and I was able to use it. I have one more roll-on perfume like this from Refuge. This is the Refuge Forever scent, but I was able to finish this up. I've had this for years, like more than 5 years, and it still smelled really good, but I knew I had to get it out of my collection. So this item I was able to reach my goal on, and it's completely used up. Unfortunately, I was not able to finish this guy. This is the NYX Soft Matte Lip Cream, and this is in the shade Abu Dhabi. I always try to put lip products in my project pans, and I never succeed in using them. It's the lip product that I'm wearing on my lips today, and every single time I would wear a lip product, I would mix a little bit of this all the time. I wouldn't always wear this lip color alone, but if I was doing like a darker nude, I would mix this right in the center. Or even if I was wearing like a pinkier color, I would put this underneath and I would put the pink lip color on, and it's great to mix in, but this is nowhere near done. I can still get a lot of uses out of this. I think for future, if I do try to put lip products in my project pans, I've seen people where they just tally up how many uses they have. So if your goal is to use a lip product 15 times, they keep track of how many times they use it, and that's how they reach their goal, instead of just trying to use up a lip product, you know, from the get-go. And I think that's a smart move, because I always try to use up lip products and I never succeed because it's so hard to use lip products. So I think next time if I do include a lip product, I'm gonna end up just, you know, tallying how many uses I have and just give myself a goal of how many times I want to try to use a lip product. So I think that's gonna work well for me in the future. Let's see what happens. But this item, I wasn't able to finish this project, unfortunately. I'm still gonna continue to use it because it still smells fine, it still works fine, so maybe in the future you'll see this and it empties. Next item I'm gonna say that I used up completely. This is the Anastasia Beverly Hills Stick Foundation. I have mine in the shade Tan, so I used this guy up completely. I would take this and I would run it all over my face, and because it's a little bit darker, I would have to mix in another foundation to make it lighter for me, so I feel like it was taking me a while to use this up. But then I was so curious to see how much product is underneath it. Like, I couldn't put it on my face anymore because there's this little plastic part that holds the actual product, and it was like scratching my face, so it was completely flat, and I was curious to see how much product was underneath. I took a Q-tip and I dug it underneath and I pulled it out, and there was at least an inch more of foundation that was in here. My mind was blown. Like, you're paying a lot for a higher end foundation. This is Anastasia. Anastasia is not cheap, and all this product is underneath. So I started scraping the inside. Like, I put the foundation back product in here with the Q-tip, and ever since I've discovered that, I've been scraping a little bit of foundation like with a Q-tip or with the back of my tweezers, and I've been painting it on my face, and then I'm continuing to use the foundation. Like, I've used up the foundation completely, but there's still so much more product in here, but I'm counting it done because I used it up completely. I'm just going the extra step and really getting all of the use. Let me go ahead and show you guys what I mean. Alrighty, so here's what my foundation looks like. If you guys can even see that, like, this is hollow. I'm literally scraping the foundation that's in here. There's not much left in here because I've been using it for a while. I hope you guys are able to tell, but I really have been digging my Q-tip and my tweezer in here. I have a lot more product left in here, and I'm gonna continue to use it, but this, I'm counting it as done. All right, last but not least, let's end on a great note. This primer is the Wet n Wild's Photo Focus Water Drop Primer, and I have mine in the scent Coconut, and I was very close to finishing this during my halfway mark update, and I was able to finish 4 out of my 6 products. All 6 of my products, my goal was to use them up completely, and I did 4 out of 6. I feel like that's pretty good. That's more than half. So let me go ahead and show you guys my markings on this primer. Alrighty, so if you guys can see this first black line, this is where I originally started, and right here was where I was at for my halfway mark update. So I had very little to finish for this primer. This is not my favorite primer. I kind of wanted to get a primer that was going to be hydrating for my skin, and this was good upon, you know, first application. I would put it in my hands, you know, rub it into my skin, and it felt good, but then once it was in my skin, I feel like it wasn't very hydrating at all. I feel like it just disappeared. So I wanted kind of a more nourishing, hydrating primer. So I didn't get that from this, which is why I originally put it in my project. I'm glad I used it up. The scent was not cute at all. Like, this smelled like rotten coconuts. It was disgusting. I wasn't here for it, but I'm so glad that I'm able to get it out of my collection and I used it up completely. Alright, y'all, that is all 6 of my items for my current project pan. Like I said, this lasted from January through March. Next, I'm going to be running a project for April, May, and June. Those will be the next 3 months while I have another project. I'll probably include the eyeshadow primer that I showed you guys before. If you guys enjoyed this video, I do have an entire project pan playlist on my channel that I will go ahead and leave the playlist and the iCards for you guys. If you guys enjoyed project pan videos in general, please subscribe to my channel. I always have project pans going on, and don't forget to smash that thumbs up button. Please leave a comment down below any video ideas that you guys want me to go ahead and do. I hope you guys are all staying safe and have a great day.